Susie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's so nice to meet you. My name is Ashley Seidel, and I'm a counselor here at Southeastern Counseling. I just wanted to welcome you. I'm so excited that you're here today. Before we get started, I do want you to know just the safe environment that you're in right now. Just feel free to share what's on your heart. It will be kept between me and you. After the session, I will take some notes just for my own records and stuff. But I just want you to know it's a super safe environment. And if I feel like you may harm yourself or others, then that's something that I am required to report and to further investigate, just for your own safety and for the safety of others. But besides that, the conversations that we have are just between me and you. So, what's going on?
Well, over the summer, let me start off. Okay, so last year, freshman year, I was really nervous about going to college, and it was a really big transition for me because, like, I loved my home and I loved my friends there, and a lot of my friends were staying in Rhode Island, which is where I'm from, and it took a lot for me to actually, like, get up and, like, go to Southeastern, but I did it anyway because that's where I knew I was supposed to be, and the first couple weeks were, like, really difficult just because I, like, was really homesick, but then throughout the year, like, it became better. I was a little bit more comfortable here, but I still, like, really missed home.
Yeah.
And so while I was here at college, like, my parents were, like, packing up and selling the house and kind of putting the house on the market and, like, not really telling me about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I came back Christmas break, and my room was, like, painted, and my dog was, like, flown out to Chicago, and I was, like, super upset because they didn't even tell me about it or, like, talk to me about it. And they were like, don't worry, like, we'll wait until, like, you're ready for us to move, like, maybe a few more years. We're just kind of getting things ready now. So I was like, okay. So then I go off to Costa Rica for the summer, and I was, like, really upset because, like, I didn't want to leave, and, like, I knew that this might be, like, one of the last summers, and I was scared that my parents were going to just, like, do something without telling me. Because that's just how it's been for the past, like, year. And so I went, and I had an amazing time, but while I was there, I got a call from my friend Christy, and she was like, we looked at your house online, and it said it had sold. And so I was just really, like, hurt and away in a different country, which made things, like, even more emotional. And so I came back, and it was just really difficult, like, like, with my parents. I, like, kind of avoided them. I came back to school, and I just, like, haven't really been doing well in my classes because I've been so upset about it. And I don't know, I feel like I've been struggling with anger and just, like, bitterness, and now, like, that all that happened while I was in a different country. I kind of, like, have anxieties about going away, even though, like, I love traveling and I love Costa Rica. Like, I'm almost, like, scared to leave now just because of, like, what had happened over the summer, and I don't know, it was just, like, a hard year, like, with my parents.
Definitely. Yeah, it sounds like you've been through a lot, especially being gone and not even being here. To kind of walk through that with your parents must have been difficult. How's your relationship with your parents before you left for Costa Rica?
It was okay, like, it was good. I think, like, because I was leaving a different country, like, right before, we all were just, like, really happy, and they were trying really hard to, like, make me happy, and I was like, well, I'm not going to see them for the summer, so might as well just, like, not be a brat. And so it was good, and then, like, but freshman year it was kind of rough, because I knew they wanted to move, and I, like, was really upset about that, and so, like, there was one time where, like, I didn't talk to them for, like, 3 weeks straight, or, like, we, like, had, like, a really hard conversation during the Christmas break because I had come home and, like, everything was moved around, and, like, the house was just, like, not the same. Like, it wasn't the home I'd grown up in. So, leading up to the trip, it was a little rocky, and now it's just, like, we don't even talk.
Yeah. Being at school, do you find it keeping your mind off of kind of what you've been through in your anger, or do you find it you're thinking of it that much more?
I'm definitely thinking about it a lot. Like, it's weird being back at school because, like, I, like, was kind of dreading being back, number number one, because like I wanted to be home, and number two, because I wanted to be in Costa Rica. So like I didn't even want to be here like at all. And so that's kind of like playing into it. And now that my parents like live like an hour away, that's even weirder too. So like I kind of like have a bitterness towards Florida in general. So like that's kind of definitely playing a factor in it. So I like, and I know that that's like playing in with my grades as well, because I just like don't really want to be here.
Yeah, so you see your grades kind of slipping away because you're just not putting forth your full effort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, everything you're feeling and going through is completely understandable to the feelings that you are having. So next time we meet, we can try to maybe set up a game plan of how to move forward from this situation. I just want to thank you for coming and talking to me and being open, and I really hope that this time and our future times will help you overcome what you've gone through. It was nice to meet you.
You too.